Hi folks, okay, so today I'm at work, like I say, delivering the training, doing the cuff, and it's going really well. My fellow colleague or trainer, deliverer, that sounds, well anyway, my I can't think of the word. I did this earlier on as well whilst I was doing my spiel in there, and I completely dried up at one point because I completely forgot what I was trying to say. It seems to be happening quite a lot just lately. It's pretty dark as well. I've just noticed. Yeah. Anyway, that's probably the way I'm holding the camera. Right. Okay. So, yeah, like I say, I just thought I'd do a quick vlog. So we're on the dinner hour now. So we're supposed to be back for. I believe it was 1:10, so we've got an hour. So I thought I'll just have a wander, do a little vlog, because like I say, I'm trying to stay consistent. Like I say, the daily vlog that I was trying to do, I didn't manage to keep up with it for one reason or another, and I'm sorry about that because I was kind of thinking it'd be nice to be able to sort of do like a. Like Adam the Woo does, not his style necessarily, but just do a daily vlog and just try to keep daily vlogs going if I can. But like I say, I mean, I'll try to keep as consistent as I possibly can. And I guess there's going to be times when, for whatever one reason or another, I'm just not going to be able to do it every single day. So I feel a bit disappointed about that as well. So. Sorry about that, folks. Hopefully I'll keep as consistent as I possibly can. So anyway, like I say, just day's going really well. And it's funny, every time every time I do the training, I always feel so much more positive because I'm doing something I'm quite confident in, doing something that I feel quite competent at. And feel quite passionate about, do you know what I mean? So, thing is that, like I say, I get paid for doing something I enjoy, which is even better in that sense. Although, like I said, in terms of the amount of money, well, the amount's not too bad. Again, I must admit, 150 quid a day is not too bad. Do you know what I mean? Really. Although one of the days I'm going to be doing, which is not for the same organisation that I work for, so another organisation altogether that's asked me to deliver the same training. They're going to pay me £200 a day for that one. So it's only one cohort, so that's fine. But that's 600 quid. But I won't get that until the end of the training, which probably be in about 3 months' time. So I won't see any of that until at least 3 months, maybe possibly 4, depending on how quick. Although from what I remember, they did pay me pretty quickly last time. They were pretty prompt with it. So I guess about 3 months. In about 3 months, I should get about 600 quid, which is not too bad. Do you know what I mean? And on top of whatever else I managed to make that month with the other training that I've got, because I haven't got a lot of work at the moment. I haven't got half as much as I was getting. At one point, I was getting so much work from emergents that roughly, and this is a sort of an average, you know what I mean? It kind of varied slightly, but roughly round about £1,000 a month. Do you know what I mean? So that was like, that's not bad. That's really good. Do you know what I mean? £1,000 a month. Well, sometimes slightly over. Just depending, and that's when I first started. For the first at least 6 months, maybe a little bit longer, I was averaging round about that, £1,000 a month. You know what I mean? And so I was doing pretty well for a little while, and now the work's just dropped right off. You know what I mean? And as I say, because it's ad hoc and it's when I'm reliant on them to provide the work, sort of thing, because it's freelance. I'm kind of freelance. Do you know what I mean? I'm not employed by them in that sense. Do you know what I mean? It's literally freelance. So I get the work when I get the work, and there's a couple of other organisations that I can deliver for as well, the same training and stuff, because they have their own way of doing it, and then sometimes, you know, because I've done it with them before, sort of thing, they've asked me to come back and do it again for them and what have you, sort of thing. And so, you know, they've always been, you know, really happy with my work and everything. So, you know, that side of things is really, really good. But like I say, it's just that these days now it's not paying. You know what I mean? It's just not. I'm not making enough money out of it. So what I'm thinking of doing at the moment, and what I'm looking into, is possibly getting a full-time job, actually working for, like, say, St Mungo's support worker or something like that. They've got a couple of jobs at the moment going. There's one trainee support worker sort of thing, stuff like that. So I'm thinking of doing that, to be quite honest, because I need something. I need a steady income. And although I've been promised several jobs just recently, in the last year or two, there have been so many jobs that you know, people have promised that, you know, oh yeah, this will happen, da, da, da. And for one reason or other it's fallen through and it's not happened. And it's been a real knockback, you know what I mean? Like this other one, I was going to be working for an organisation called A.K.A, and I would have been an activities coordinator, and you know, the thing is, that was going to be like 22 grand a year, and you know, the thing is, it was going to be a shared job. It was going to be like maybe 2-3 days a week, and that would have suited me down to the ground. And it was literally around the corner from where I live. I mean, literally a 5-minute walk, so I wouldn't even have to worry about travel or anything. Do you know what I mean? I'd just literally walk around the corner to this place. But they didn't get the funding, you see, so they didn't get their funding, so that meant that basically I couldn't get the job. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it's not going to be there because the funding's not in place. So, oh, it's gone really dark here. It's because the sun is now, I don't know, oh, the sun's behind me. Oh yeah, no, the sun needs to be behind the camera. Yeah, the light always has to be behind the camera. Otherwise you end up with a dark face and you can't see me. Oh, that's better. It seems to be getting a little bit better anyway. Because, oh, you see, again, I mean, when this is on the large screen, I don't know, it might look alright, but because, like, on this little screen, because I'm looking at a tiny little screen, like, I don't know, like, what's that? It's about 2 inches by 3 inches, or thereabouts, give or take, you know what I mean? Obviously not an accurate measurement, but, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at a really tiny screen, and in the tiny screen, at certain moments, my face looks like as though it's almost completely in shadow, and then at other moments it looks quite highlighted. So, see, I'm also trying to avoid this flipping wind, because again, as you guys may have experienced, and I certainly experienced, that when this wind starts howling, you know, it does sound like a flipping hurricane blowing on it. As I say, where, you know, at some point in the future, down the line somewhere, when I manage to get some more money again and, you know, start getting a few pennies, I want to try and invest in an external mic, maybe even get a better camera and all, upgrade my camera, get an external mic, because I think with those external mics, you see, you can get those like they're like a sock. It's like a, well, not a sock, but it's like you must have seen them, like furry. It's like a furry thing that you can put over the microphone. That's to help block out the wind factor thing. You know what I mean? It's just block out that wind aspect of it, sort of thing. So anyway, that's kind of what I was planning on doing at some point. Right. Okay, so that's basically it, I guess. Can't think of what else to talk about right now. So once we go back after dinner, carry on with the training, and we're going to be doing, so what's this afternoon? It's diagnosis and stigma. Those are the two subjects. So I'm going to be doing the stigma bit. My fellow, I can't think, there's a word that we, facilitator, that was the word I was looking for earlier on. Facilitator. I want a new brain, because this one's, it's unreliable. I was trying to think of the word earlier on and I couldn't think of it. Now finally it pops into my head. Oh, thanks. You know what I mean? 20 minutes later. So anyway, yeah, so yeah, my co-facilitator, she'll be doing the diagnosis bit, and I shall be doing the stigma part. So that's what we've got left for this afternoon, to cover those two subjects. I mean, I could do either. I could do the diagnosis or what's name, but we've kind of decided amongst ourselves that she'll do the diagnosis bit and I'll do the stigma bit. I mean, she is a trained psychologist at the end of the day anyway, so she's kind of probably a bit more qualified to deliver that aspect of the training, if you want, perhaps. Although some people would argue, well, I've got lived experience, so therefore I'm just as qualified in that sense. So maybe so, maybe so. Okay, right. Like I say, I'm now just trying to think of things to talk about. You know, sometimes I kind of wish that I was a bit more like, say, Adam the Woo or someone else. But then, you know what it's like, sometimes I can talk about stuff, especially when I'm in hot. Have you not noticed the difference in terms of the videos? That more often than not, I think anyway, or I feel, that I have more to say and maybe more interesting things to talk about when I'm indoors than I do when I'm outdoors. Not sure why that is exactly. Maybe it's because I'm not as self-conscious today as sometimes I've been. You know, sometimes I can be really self-conscious when I'm walking around talking to a camera and people looking at me, like that driver of the truck rack, for instance, right now, staring right at me, you know, pulling a bit of a face, like, you know, sort of like, what's he doing? You know what I mean? So, you know, but more often than not, funny enough, these days, and I think maybe it's more and more because people are so used to people doing this these days more than it used to be, perhaps. You know, not everybody's like that, do you know what I mean? Not everybody stares at me. Most people are just getting on with their own business anyway, do you know what I mean? They're not bothering what I'm doing, sort of thing. But then every now and again, all right, mate.
Oh, from your talking, you showed
I think I have. So, yeah. You know, and you see now something like that, that's fine, do you know what I mean? That's a nice little interaction, I like that, that's really nice. You know, he's made a nice little comment, and I like that. That's nice when people interact like that. But sometimes you do get some people that'll pull a face or, you know, sort of stare at you or whatever sort of thing, and it makes you feel a bit uncomfortable. But like I say, you know, more often than not, either people just completely ignore you, or people just, you know, they're busy doing whatever they're doing, so they're not really interested or whatever. So, you know, there are times and moments when I feel more self-conscious than other times. Now, today I feel okay. Still feels a little bit weird, because, see, the thing is, again, maybe I should use the selfie stick some more, I don't know, although I still find that a little bit unwieldy and a bit awkward. But you see, I'm holding a camcorder. Now, it's all well and good when I'm holding it and pointing outwards and just showing you down the road rather than just pointing at me. Thing is that, you know, whilst I'm pointing it at me, it becomes more cumbersome, more awkward to hold, and I've got to hold my hand right out in front of me, so that, you know, you're not like right here, right in front of my face like that. I've got to hold it sort of fair way from my body, do you know what I mean, so you can kind of get a nice framing shot of my mush, as it were. And it makes your arm ache after a little while, so your arm stays, you're constantly swapping over. Now, I don't know if it's any easier with one of those iPhone things that, like, again, I know I keep using Adam as an example, but I mean, he is somebody that I do like to watch, and I like his stuff and what have you, and I know that he does, when he's out and about at least, when he's not doing the main channel stuff and he's just doing his daily vlogs, he uses his iPhone thing, or whatever the heck you call it. And I know that's, you kind of just hold that like that, innit, kind of thing, you know, you sort of hold it that way, and then you just, whatever you point at yourself, blah, blah, blah. Now, I can imagine that can be a bit unwieldy and a bit awkward at times, but maybe less so than holding one of these things. Let's see, look, it's gone in the dark again. You see, I hope that doesn't look too bad when it comes, when I upload this. I hope it doesn't come across looking really, really, you know, naff, as it were. Let me get across the road quick. Sorry, there's a van coming. Right, it's okay, I'm across now. Right, so where I work is just down there anyway, sort of thing. So let me just check the time again. Oh yeah, I've got bags of time. So yeah, and again, I didn't really want to make a really short video either necessarily, because like my short videos are okay, and I'm sure people maybe even prefer the shorter videos than me just waffling on. But I like to have a little bit of substance, a little bit of meat to it, perhaps. You know what I mean? I want them to have some length to them. Do you know what I mean? Not just a couple of 2-3 minutes or whatever. But then again, you see, like I say, I do love doing my videos, but I'm going to have to try and start getting a bit more inventive again. Now, like I say, and that, speaking of that, I am in the process of I've been doing lots of footage just lately, both at home and out and about with this camera. I've been doing lots of footage of the day in the life of, and I might even include some of this, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll include some of this in some of that footage, you know what I mean? Because like I say, I am doing the day in the life of. That's still in the works. I'm still processing that. It's going to take a lot of work because I've realised I've got a heck of a lot of footage even so far, and it's trying to put it all together now, you know what I mean? It's trying to put it together in a way that, like I say, because I must admit, I am thinking more and more on the lines of doing like a series, like rather than just one complete documentary style. Sort of like I'm thinking maybe do a sort of series of sort of like so upload either one every maybe a week, once every week, or once every month. I'm not sure yet, depending. But that's kind of what where I'm aiming for. Now the thing is, like I say, the way the cloud is at the moment and the way the light is coming across, it's a bit awkward, to be quite honest. I'm trying to keep myself, one, in the frame, two, highlighted, because again the sun is behind me now, but there's a load of cloud coming over. There's a load of cloud in front of me and all. So right, I don't know. Right. Okay, so we're going to head up this. I'll just show you where we're walking up, just so you know and so you're aware. This is that Muse again, or Muse, how you pronounce it. I've videoed down here a few times, and just recently as well. One of my recent videos has been with me here in the, I don't know if it was afternoon or morning, to be quite honest. Yeah, that was me. What's in it? So I just thought I'd tell you that's where we're heading to, because you've seen, like I say, if you watch that video, you'll see when I come out at the end of here, and you'll see that big bluey grey building that I describe in the video, and that's where I'm actually delivering the training today. Because that's where I do a lot of the training these days, deliver a lot of the training there. That's especially for emergence, it seems to be the main, because sometimes you can go different places with emergence. I mean, like last year, no, in fact, actually I think it was about 2 years ago now, because now that I think about it, I've been working for, I must admit, I am getting a little bit confused now. It's either 2 years or a year. It feels longer. It might have even been a year ago, so to be quite honest. But anyway, because I went self-employed. Oh, hang on, I went self-employed. That's going to be over 18 months. It's got to be easy over 18 months. It was June. I can't remember the exact date of June, but it was June, and it might have been June 2014. So yeah, maybe. So maybe I've been doing this for longer than with emergence, that is. I mean, I've been delivering the training longer than that, but I wasn't necessarily getting paid for that. I was just getting little bits and bobs here and there, and it wasn't quite. Anyway, again, that's a whole different video, so let's forget about that for now. Yeah, so like I said, so last year I was going to, or the year before, whenever the heck it was, I was delivering in Hastings, and where was the other one? So there's about 2-3 cohorts in Hastings, and they pay all the travel, so I didn't have to pay for the travel to get down there and what have you. One of the best things about that was that come lunchtime, deliver the train up to lunchtime. We break for lunch anywhere between 12 and 1 o'clock ish, or thereabouts. Sometimes about half 12, whatever. And so for my lunch hour, on several occasions, I sat on the beach, Pebble Beach, and it was a nice day. It was summertime as well, so that was another bonus. It was nice and hot, sunny day, and I'm sat on the Hastings Beach eating my fish and chips. I loved it. You know, what more can you ask for? You know what I mean? You go to do a day's work, and you know, for your lunch hour, you're sat on a nice pebbly beach, looking at the sea on a nice sunny day. How's that? You know what I mean? So yeah, so it was Hastings, and there was somewhere else as well, and for the life of me it escapes me for a minute. Oh, Brighton and Hove. So there's Brighton and Hove. There was about another 3 or 4 cohorts there, maybe more actually. I definitely remember doing quite a few. As my co-facilitator at the time was a lady that I really enjoyed working with. And I felt I learnt quite a lot from her, yeah, so you know, you can travel around with Emergence delivering this stuff, and I have done lots of different venues around London, but just over the last year or so, I think more and more often than not, most of the cohorts are now being run here at this place where, like I said to you, we're in Islington here, Camden, Islington. So you know, and it's a nice venue. It's a really nice venue. The cobbled street is making me wobble all over the place. So yeah, like I say, you know, delivering the training here is a dream, you know, because like all the facilities are laid on for you, and they're really nice people. They really are. They're really genuinely really nice people. I really like them. So anyway, right. I guess now I have no idea how long this video has been going on for. Well, actually, let me have a look. At least 20 minutes. At least 20 minutes. I can't remember exactly when I started doing this, but it's going to be at least 20. Because it's now just gone 10 to 1. We've got about another 20 minutes, I think. Well, just under 20 minutes left of the dinner. So I'm going to head back now. So. Okay, I'll just show you again. I've shown you before. That's the building over there, so we're going to be working over there. So that's where we're delivering the training. So yeah, okay. I guess I'm going to leave it there because this has definitely gone on long enough for now. So okay, I will catch you guys later, and like I say, I will be continuing with the documentary. So catch you guys later. Bye for now.